Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to part 47 of Yakuza 0. We are going to get the Electronics King completely defeated, but first we're going to have to buy up all of his properties. We were at 64% in part 45, and now we're going to be higher than that by the time we're prepared to deal with the Electronics King, which will be after I buy these last two territories. Now, funny thing is, the Electronics King actually, if you would have went after him before the Pleasure King, was the first one to start getting C territories. You won't get B territories until you get to the Gambling King and also the Media King. Actually, the Media King has an A territory, but once we get these territories bought, that's going to be like the higher the rank, the less money you have to spend to invest in them, and that's more money you're going to get in return. So on that note, it's time for us to collect our payout, get our revenue, and God have mercy, that means it's going to be a good point of revenue for most of these managers. So with that said, let's focus on the Electronic King and start getting some territories maxed out. Starting with Pachinko Aloha, which is already at a B. Wait, what? Oh shit, it's already at a B. Well, now it's at an A. Alright, next up will be the Asai building, and it should be at a B. And Pachinko 777, this is going to be an X rank. Oh man, we are almost there. Actually, no, we're almost at 100%. And that's the thing. All I did was just rank up a couple of properties and we're at 100% almost. No, actually, we are at 100% because guess what? Once I rank this up, and I think there was one more territory that I didn't invest in. Yeah, this one right here. S rank! And now we got 100% of the Electronic King's area. And ladies and gents, that means we're going to be facing off against the Electronic King himself. But first, let's claim all. Well, actually, no, let's start the payout first. Or rather, the collection. And then we'll get the phone call. He's at the same place. This time around, there will be no games. There will be no outrun. It's going to be you, him, and his posse. So on that note, you will be getting a phone call from the Electronics King himself. Because the last time, Marina answered, and Maria was the one who relayed the message to meet the Electronics King over at Highland Sega. This time around, Kiryu's answering himself, and he's going to be challenged to a fight. So if you don't have any items, now's the time to get it. Because once you set foot anywhere near Highland Sega, it's going to be a battle that you're not going to forget. So once you defeat the billionaire that's here, you're going to get, well, you're just going to complete the guy and his territories will be all mine. Even though there already are, number one, and number two, I 100% of them. See, isn't getting the Pleasure King before the Electronics King a much smarter move? So on that note, it's not that far to run. I had to move out of the way because there was a Mr. Shakedown in the vicinity. Oh, and I was also trying to get my weapons repaired. So I'll see you back over at Highland Sega. Now it's time for us to deal with the Electronics King. We've put him off for at least 2 parts. So now it's time to finish him off. This is actually shorter than what I did the Pleasure King. Well, that's because I was trying to also get advisors and stuff like that. But with that said, we almost got all the advisors to security and managers. Speaking of which, we have a manager right there, standing in front of us. So, on that note, we're gonna get that manager and we're gonna beat him down. Well, we'll beat him down and make him join our crew. But nonetheless, again, we only got maybe 2 more security left because we just got the Yakuza guy, and I think there's 1 more advisor after we beat the Media King. Well, 1 more advisor aside from beating the Media King, and 1 more manager aside from beating the Gambling Key. So, with that said, remember those same guys we beat the crap out of just so we could actually answer the Electronics Kings Challenge? They're back. And on that note, we're gonna beat the hell out of all 4 of them. Time to show no mercy and assume dominance. Because that little guy actually is pretty damn hard. I'm not gonna sit here and lie to you. The Electronics King is coming out with Rush Style, so bear in mind, he is going to kick your ass. But before I do, it's time for me to... I was going to use a taser. I really was. But yeah, I'm getting kicked around here. Let me get the taser, damn it. I mean, it's going to be hard to catch him with the Brawler Style. You're going to need Beast. As you can see, it's not going to be easy. And having that taser actually helps. Honest to God, if I would have had a... Oh, right. I forgot. I needed some heat in order for to actually do the heat action with the stun gun. Oh, great. Now I'm going to get another weapon. That's okay. I'm going to beat everybody that stands in my way to death. And I threw my weapon. Damn it. It's okay. Let's first heal. Let me just go on ahead and get... Oh, those are all fish that I had caught not too long ago. Okay. I am getting sick of getting kicked around. Eventually, I'll turn the tides on these guys. In fact, there you go. Turn the tide on all of them. Well, not all of them. Because all 3 of them are still standing. Oh, God. Okay, grab the bike and start beating people up. There we go. And we still got his special bodyguard to deal with, too. He should be around here somewhere. Ah, he's right behind me. Bitch, how about you catch these hands? So that just leaves the Electronics King. Alright, I am tired of you making me catch these hands. Alright. I got you. You've done enough damage. Turn around, you fool. And take this, you bastard. Ah! Oh, I ain't done with you just yet. I'm gonna switch up to something better. Oh, I know. I'm gonna pull out my gun. Let's assume dominance. Yeah, that's right. Wall and pain. Assume dominance. Oh, wait, I got another gun, actually. I reloaded my other gun, so... Time to get my 9. But first... throw him to a wall, and get bit. And that's the end of the Electronics King. Yeah, I shot him, okay? I shot him. I had to assume dominance because he was kicking my ass. But it's okay. We now own the territory, got 12 million from that. And now we have the Electronics King as a manager. Meaning 3 out of the 5 kings are down. We're almost done, ladies and gentlemen. We just got 2 kings left. Again, we're going to have to wait till chapter 6 to deal with the both of them. Because we can't deal with the media king without dealing with the gambling king. So, with that said, you might want to get all the training out of the way and get as strong as you can, or get any ability. And by getting strong, I mean getting enough money to get the abilities that you can, that you think is useful, and getting some very powerful items. Because let's face it, folks, once we get to the heart of this 5 Kings side story, it's gonna get tougher. I'm not gonna sit here and lie to you. It is going to get tougher. So on that note, since I've already proved my dominance to the Electronics King, now all of my territories will be coming back with more money since the Electronics King is out of commission. And even better, I'll have more managers to cycle through once another manager gets into the low period, so I'll keep having money coming my way and keep getting bonuses during certain periods. On that note, we're just gonna have to make sure that we actually finish. Oh wait, we got 8 security guards. Nice. We'll just have to make sure that we finally finish off this whole entire thing without, well, how should I put this? We actually finish off all the training first before we go to chapter 5. And there's a good, okay, let me calm down because I'm messing up here. I said I want to try to make sure I finish off at least the training with Brawler and the training with Beast before I go on to chapter 6. Because Rush, I'm going to need money. Plain and simple. I'm going to need money in order for me to complete the training with Rush. So that way, if I screw up, that's no big amount of money that I'm going to lose. Because I'm sorry, losing 10 million actually adds up. Just saying. But now that we beat the Electronics King, there was the fact of us helping the IRS. That's about to happen right about now. So, in all retrospect, one question should be asked. Why in the world are we helping the IRS in the first place? There is something in it for us. Thing of the matter is, I guess she wants us to help her take down the tax evader. In that case, you're in the wrong game. Okay, not really, but you are. The tax evader you're looking for is in the Super Mario franchise. A certain green dinosaur that yells, Yoshi! Yeah, that guy. You go after him. But, nonetheless, it is frightening the fact that this person knows our phone number, knows who we are, and knows where we are located at as a business. Well, what do you expect from a tax inspector? So, with that said, in order to keep her from sniffing around our legitimate business, we're going to have to help her find a person who is not doing legitimate business. Think of it as blackmail. So, the Marusa is the name of the person you're going to be talking to. So, on that note, we're gonna end up meeting the tax collector anyway as soon as we leave the building. All we have to do is look for a person with a hair that's a bob cut. In other words, look for a person with a hairstyle equivalent to Evelyn Parker. That would be the best way to actually figure that one out. Okay, just without the blue hair. Anyway, before we do that, we gotta collect my money. I didn't just beat the Electronics King just so I could go help some tax collectors. But seriously, 100%, that is what's up. And on top of the fact I am getting high revenue for this. Yep, and we're still in the high period, folks. I may have to change security later, but I need to power that up. Let's see. We'll get the Psychic to S-rank that. Let's see if I can S-rank you. Probably not, but A rank will do just fine. Okay, maybe not A rank. So, can I A rank you? Oh, just barely. I meant S rank, but still. This one I want to try to A rank. There we go. So that's more money coming our way. And with all the buildings except for a couple of them turned to S ranks, I'm going to be making buku money. So let's start putting all these properties in the use of collecting that tax money for me. I meant, insurance money, yes. We're not trying to evade taxes. I mean, we're not Yoshi, just saying. So, with that said, as soon as you step out, you're supposed to be the lady with the bob hair. That could be her. I mean, you can ask, but it's not going to change anything. But it is still weird that a bob-haired woman would all of a sudden easily find your location. Then again, it is the tax collectors. So while it's still weird, it's kind of normal at the same time. Alright. Wait a minute. So you're not the woman with the bob cut. And okay, she basically just ran away. Chances are she might have been an actual agent, but this is the agent we're looking for. On that note, we will have to help her with a tax evader. And the thing is, she needs to have evidence that this guy is evading taxes. So that means we're going to have to help her get into that building over there and investigate. Which means we're going to have to pretend to be dating. I know, it's awkward. So, with that said, we'll have to investigate Magaro Enterprises. Oh, you best beware, ladies and gentlemen, because tax season is gonna be a bitch. And the last thing you want is any sort of tax representative in your house. So now, this woman is going to be going in the building, but first, we have to, actually gain her trust. But then again, she already knows we're taking on the 5 billionaires with a not-so-legitimate insurance business. She's literally roping me in. More importantly, she's offering my assistance if I agree to help. So, why not? By the way, this is our advisor. Yes, a tax collector is our advisor. they're gonna have to unfortunately pretend that they're lovers in order for them to have this guy come and let him in the building. Now, there's two options that you want to choose as far as this is concerned. You want to try to play along with her by declaring your love or go in for a kiss. Either way, those two options are practically going to catch this guy's attention, and he's going to let you guys in. Now, there's a really good way to screw this up. And if you do, it'll turn into an all-out brawl. No, I am not kidding. So yeah, Marlboro would be a person you would have to fight. However, he does basically comment on the fact that you tried to kiss somebody without saying I love you. It's kind of hilarious, really, that he's that oblivious. Yeah. Even more so, he's befriending you and your building's literally right across the street from his. Which begs the question, how come he's never visited? Oh right, trying to keep his head low for tax evasion. That's why. And that's what we're going to have to do, and we're going to have to prove that. So, we'll just have to visit him, and this may be the only chance the Marusa has for actually getting evidence. And we gotta make sure we do things right. However, before we do, I have to stop for a little bit. I gotta go to the restroom. Don't you just hate it when nature calls in the middle of an LP? Anyway, here's the gist of how you can avoid punching this guy's lights out. You're still gonna end up getting the Marusa as your advisor, but the problem of the matter is you won't get the prize she gives if you're forced to fight this guy. So, in order to make sure things actually go right, you will want to go to where I show you. Because the Marusa says that you've got at least 7 minutes to search throughout the entirety of this place for any incriminating evidence. You have less time than that. So instead, you're going to go right here to this video case. And just say something is wrong. I mean, it's kind of obvious that the presence itself is wrong. That's the two things you want to say to start things off. Because, first of all, the fact that there's videos on that nightstand. Secondly, no VCR. Third, no TV. Yeah, that is suspicious to say the least. So, this means that the Marusa is going to have to dig through all those videos. In order for that to happen, though, that's where the second part comes in, which you may end up having to fight him if you don't choose the right choices that I'm going to show you. And yes, he is a person you can fight, but he's not hard, actually. Compared to the Electronics King, he's not hard at all. Well, the Electronics King wasn't really hard. I shot him, and yes, and I pretty much assumed my dominance with my 9mm, but this guy won't put up nearly as much of a fight. So, with that said, there are options to make sure that he doesn't notice the Marusa going through his stuff. So, what you're gonna have to do is keep the conversation going. Even though she's nowhere near the video case and it looks like she's scrambling to pick things up, I'm gonna have to keep things going. So, tell him he has a great taste in clothing. That's number one. That way, while he talks about himself, that's literally more evidence that could be used against him, because you're literally bragging about how much you spent in front of a damn tax collector. That's a surefire way to have the IRS to come in and confiscate your shit for tax evasion. Surefire way. So, with that said, you want to try to keep in subject. He's going to ask, what exactly do you want? Just ask for a house, since you are in real estate. So, even though you can do housing real estate for everyone else, finding you a new home, not so much. And she's still going at it too. She is literally going at it. Well, hopefully she could find whatever she needs to find. Oh, she did! Oh no, she needs more time. Oh crap. So, read Magaro's palm. A little trick you learned from the fortune teller not too long ago. Hey, go figure. It's probably the craziest thing, but that's the one that's going to keep the conversation going. But once you start reading the palm, is she still going at it? So like I said, once you finish reading her palm, then the Marusa will finish up and finally find the evidence she needs. Which is literally a bank book. Aside from also hearing of the raucous spending that Marlboro did, looks like he's going to meet the fate that Yoshi will eventually meet as well. Federal prison. Anyway, he just threatened a Marusa, by the way. So, yeah. That's the worst thing you could do. However, if you got that beforehand, he would threaten to kill the Marusa, not care if that's a Marusa or not, and Kiryu would have to beat his ass. But that did not happen. So now, we have pretty much ratted someone out for tax evasion. And with that said, Maruri, the Marusa, is now officially an advisor, which she works towards finances and, more importantly, works towards commerce and also in entertainment. But she doesn't work in like the restaurants and pleasure. So with that said, I could have used her earlier to max out a good number of territories, but I don't really need her. Oh, by the way, you wouldn't have gotten a Trouble Fighter if things wouldn't have gone, if things would have gone south. For the record, the Trouble Finder is an equipment that will help you find sub-stories easier. Which, all the more reason why I should have went and did this on New Game Plus. But whatever the case, folks, she does leave a chilling message that an agent of Marusa can be anywhere. Even the one who pretended not to be one. Well, with that said, we're done with the Electronics King. Let's go get our payout. And we're done. And we've got Marui as our agent. So with that said, I've pretty much got damn near $1 billion. So let's see. Spinning's on a slow period. We're gonna switch up. I might end up having to go to Nugget. Okay, I might end up having to pick Nugget. What about the Electronics King? Maybe we could pick him. Yeah, let's get him. That may help. Although I may have to switch out a little bit after he gets to his low period. So we're good on that. As for you, let's pop up some areas. Look at that. That brought it to 74. Let's see. We're going to have to use the Pleasure King for this one. That S rank that one. And we've got just about all of them are S rank except for one. Fantastic. That means... oh wait. Except for two. We'll fix that problem. Aw, damn it! Just a little bit short. But it's okay. It's okay. That's going to be more money that's going to be coming from the profits. So, let's just start collecting. And I'll use whatever left over to try to get some, training done for my abilities. And in the next episode, it's going to be the training montage. As I'm going to finish off Rushes and, oh, actually, rather Beast and Brawler. Rush will be later. See you guys next time.